ngetu Tobani Numisa Kondlo, Kuma Boys Numisa Kondlo, Miri Vuyo lwethu Numisa Kondlo, Mpetha Mtutozeli Numisa Kondlo, Ntame Mlandeli Numisa Kondlo. Ndleleni Vuyo lwethu Numisa Kondlo, I think this is the reputation. Ntumbeni Deliwe Tishavanga, Rampetha Lesedinyana Tishavanga, Ndala Kehla Gauteng Province, Nyaka Sifako also, Ndlovu Thandi, Mutsiri Abraham Ebi Mukwane, Mama Teboho Mokaba, Matita Mangaliso, Mbalo Tuletu, Tonga Noloiso, Mlamli Maxwell, Musani Terence, Nkoro Bernard Ikibala, Vessels Samuel, Shabalala Charles Bafana, Mufukeng Oriel, Mbele Pilani, Sisulu Nonsigelelo, Jabetla Thandi Mutapo Mtagana from Gauteng. Moses Mabida Province. George Corinne from Johannesburg District. The others I'm going to call now also from there. Mbele Njabulo, Gibas Tembiso, Gumete Pumzile, Fein Gladys Mazibuko, Mlondolozi, Bengu Dumsani, Goje, Stembiso, Manele, Mboneni, na Latokozani, Maisela, Tandanani, Majola Pika, Vladla Pilisiwe, Ntade Siabonga from Johannesburg. Also the following from the same district, Ntabe, Sibongiseni, Mguni, Sibongiseni, Mqibi, Tabani, Mzizi, Sonankosi, Ngobo, Hlengiwe, Hadebe, Hlengiwe, Zwani Beauty, Kabela Sihle, Sikwai, Hlega Priority, Ndlovu Sandile, Chaklas, Pungula, Mareza, Mkize Sposihle, Mbata Mpumelelo, Hani Mvuleni, Zondo Pumlani, Mlocha, Babana Msele Pumlani, Zama Zama, Ndlovu, Fanufikile, Nkosi Samkelo, Hlubitu, Zwani Ntobizodwa, Mkhwanazi Riot Makomanisi, Mkhwanazi Mamdleche, Siya Bongani B, Kele Sipho, Hlombe James, Ndluli Temba, Mtembu Jabulani Magwaza, Zaphezulu, Nyawa Gripa, Tobo Temba, Lishuru Thabo, Nkosi Bongi Nkosi Ngobo, Justice Killer, Ntombela Muzi, Mtalani Ntutuko, Mkhwanazi Sibusiso, Kwabi Phumelele, Ngobese Sibusiso, from Riot Mkhwanazi district. The following also from the same district, Qimba Bongani Shange, Ziphendulele, Sibisi Strino, Sibia Roni, Mtsele Njabulo, Mgumezulu Clement Blambo Sfiso Mapedla, Mtembu Musa, Zikali Bongani, Mtenjana, Mfundo, Manyoni Bongani, Zulu Ntlantla, Gumete Jabulani, Kumalo, Tembekwake, Mpanza, Spamandla, Ntombela Jerry, Makatini Temba, Nkati Nombuso, Shange Sikhumbuzo, Vanda Sibusiso, Shabalala, Kaula Ace, Hadebe Maxwell. These are from, those I've read from Lower South Coast, Kwatuguza or Maxwell. Matlombe Victoria, Mzala Numalo District. Matlombe Mantombi also from Zala District. Nkosi Kanyisile, Ndlovu Nontlantla, Ndlela Nozipho, Mtembu Tulisile, both from far north district. And Masinga Beki, Tembe Tandeka, Mkwera Zimbini, Mkwera Mile, Tembisile Hani district, Mawaba Dudu, Ndugu Thandi, Nguse Tembile, Dlamini Tolakele, Ngobo Alfred, Mawaba Nokduduza, Jili, Dlamini Tolakele from Tembisile Hani. Others from Tembisile Hani is Pagati, Ntombifuti, Jaja Nolaki, Ngaweni, Sinentlantla, Fihla Fezeka, Northern Cape, Maseti, Gili, Van de Westhuizen, Llewellyn, Bana, Huli, Pagati Mona, Isaac Mateis from Doratamana, Peters, Francina, Mali Elvis, Meleng Patrick, Mfukeng Baki Witness, Bram Fisher, Olen Joseph, Bram Fisher, Josiboihi, Teboho, Bram Fisher too. Moses Kotani.
Thank you very much, comrades. On behalf of our province, I would like to extend warm and revolutionary greetings to our General Secretary, Dr. Blade Nzimande, and the entire collective of the 14th National Congress Central Committee. To the National Chairperson of the ANC, and of course all NEC members of the African National Congress, led by Comrade Gwete Mantashe, the National Chair, and member of the Central Committee, Comrade Gwete. Comrade Bekinchali Nchali, the General Secretary of COSATU and the entire Central Executive Committee of COSATU and all its affiliates, but also let me acknowledge the President of COSATU is a member of our Central Committee. The National Secretary of the Young Communist League of South Africa and all members of the National Committee, of course led by Comrade Tinyiko Ntini. The Provincial Chairperson of the African National Congress in our province and Premier, Comrade David Makura, and all PC members of all our alliance presence in the province. Comrade Mpoani, and all our veterans and stalwarts, all our international guests, fraternal and revolutionary organizations present, all provinces and delegates to the 4th Special National Congress. You are most welcome, comrades, to our province. We are hopeful and confident that you will enjoy your stay throughout the period of the Special National Congress. You are most welcome and feel at home. Enjoy the Congress. Thank you very much. Amanda! Thank you very much, comrades.
Thanks, Comrade Jacob, Provincial Secretary of Gauteng. Comrades, we will call, and I would like you to check your program. We'll go straight to number 12 and invite the Provincial Premier of Gauteng, as well as the Chairperson of the African National Congress. Yes, we do recognize amongst ourselves leading the ANC, the Chairperson of the ANC, who happens to be a member of the CAC, of the Central Committee. Babu Gwete Mantashe.
Thank you very much, Comrade Chairperson. Forward to the centenary of the SACP, forward. Forward to the centenary of the SACP, forward. Long live SACP, long live. Long live ANC, long live. Long live COSATU, long live. Haitsuhe, Sanko, haitsuhe. Malibongwe. Igama lamakhosikazi. Raw, young lion, raw. Thank you very much, Chairperson of the SACP, Comrade Zokwana. Firstly, I would like to pass my greetings and respects to the General Secretary of the SACP, Comrade Blade Nzimande, and the national officials of the party, as well as members of the... I'd like to pass my respects to the leadership of the National Executive Committee of the ANC. We were advised by Comrade Mantashe that he is not coming to the Congress in the delegation of the ANC. So he advised us at the NEC that he is not in the ANC delegation. So I won't acknowledge him. I have I've not acknowledged him. I want to acknowledge the leadership of COSATU, led by the General Secretary, because the President is a member of the Central Committee. So I am not acknowledging the President of COSATU. The CEC of COSATU is here. I was advised that Sanko is not here. I also want to acknowledge the leadership of YCL of South Africa, ambassadors and international guests from fraternal parties and sister countries who have joined this Congress, distinguished delegates from all over the country, comrades and compatriots. Revolutionary greetings from us. I'm joining Comrade Jacob Mamabulo in welcoming you to our province and in conveying our gratitude to the South African Communist Party for holding this special national congress in the province of Gauteng. It was a very wise decision to hold your congress here. We welcome you to the industrial heartland of our country, the province with the highest concentration of the working class, including those who are unemployed. I must say that as we welcome you, we should convey a message, not just on behalf of the ANC in Gauteng, but also on behalf of the Alliance, to say that the Alliance is intact in Gauteng. We pull together through very difficult times, very difficult times, but we always pull together as an alliance. We are also getting our act together in various districts, regions, and one of those is the region of Johannesburg, Linda Jabani district. We have just returned the city back in the hands of the progressive forces. We're hoping that in the course of working together, we will regain lost ground, because this province has been going through very tough time. I know many of you, when the results were coming through of the 8th of May elections, many of you kept looking at this very difficult situation of less than 50% and over 50%. We are working very hard in rebuilding our movement in this province. The special National Congress of the party also takes place on Tanzania's Independence Day, and it is for this reason that I would like to recall the words of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere when he said, "Without unity, there can be no progress in Africa." As the alliance led by the ANC, we know very well that the unity of our revolutionary alliance was a precondition for the defeat of the apartheid regime and continues to be a precondition for advancing the national democratic revolution in the post-apartheid period. Your special congress also takes place in the year of the 50th anniversary of the ANC's Morogoro Consultative Conference in Tanzania. And we know that Morogoro Conference gave birth to the renewal of the ANC, and thanks to the courageous leaders of our movement, such as Chris Hani, Osdimpo, we acknowledge your presence here, and Ben Turok. These were very courageous leaders who brought very difficult issues that in the movement were difficult to deal with at the time at that conference. We know that it was Morogoro Conference that produced the ANC Strategy and Tactics, which is now a tradition, the 1969 Strategy and Tactics. And it is in that Strategy and Tactics where it is very clear what kind of country we wanted to build and we continue to strive for. And I quote, "In our country, more than any other part of the oppressed world, it is inconceivable for liberation to have meaning without a return of the wealth of the land to the people as a whole. The correction of this centuries-old injustice lies at the very core of our national aspirations, close quote. So, comrades, we welcome you to Gauteng Province, and I would like to say to you as delegates of the South African Communist Party and all the representatives of the allied and fraternal organizations, you are welcome to our province, and in case there's any way we can make your stay here more productive, please let us know. This province is in the hands of the ANC. Never mind by what percent. We govern decisively. We govern decisively. In fact, the more we are on the edge, the more decisive we have become. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Premier Makura. Comrades, I will plead with you and your indulgence that we allow point number 9 so that we can know whether the Special Congress does correct. And therefore, on behalf of the CC, we will request the Deputy General Secretary, Comrade Chris Mahlako, to present credentials.
Mandla, all power. No, thank you very much, Chair. We present the credentials at this point to the 4th Special National Congress of the South African Communist Party held between the 9th and the 12th of December 2019. And the credentials are as follows. From the category of the Central Committee, the expected delegation was 46, present is 43. From the province of the Eastern Cape, the expected delegation to Congress, the Special National Congress of the party, was 55, present is 43. From the Free State, expected 28, present 17. From the host province, Gauteng, expected 61, present 53. From Limpopo, expected 54, present 41. From the province of Moses Kotane, the Northwest, expected 34, present 30. From the province of Moses Mapida, if you like, KwaZulu-Natal, expected 93, present 86. From Mpumalanga, expected 48, present 39. From the province of the Northern Cape, expected 24, present 21. From the Western Cape, expected 27, present 25. From the Young Communist League of South Africa, expected 30, present 21. The total expected delegates in the 4th Special National Congress of the South African Communist Party taking place today until the 12th, the total expected delegates should be 500. Present is 419. And therefore, as we present these credentials for consideration in this plenary session, according to the rules and regulations of the South African Communist Party, this Special National Congress duly corrects, and it can undertake its work with the due powers bestowed upon itself on the Constitution of the South African Communist Party. Ke a leboga. Thank you very much. Siyabonga.
Thank you, Comrade Chris Mahlako, Deputy GS. Comrades, as we acknowledged alliance partners. COSATU is led by its General Secretary, Comrade Peggy Nchali, and Deputy President of COSATU, and all the affiliate president or leaders who are present. You are all welcomed, comrades. And I would like to say this, that comrades, debates will be allowed and be frank and open on all issues. But I want to appeal to you, not do those things that are not done within the party. Thank you very much, comrades. Now I'll call upon the first Deputy General Secretary. Oh, sorry, comrades, sorry. I made a mistake that could have been a problem for us when we adjourned the Congress. I will just appeal, therefore, comrades, for a mover for the acceptance of the credential. I see Western Cape. I see Moses Kotane. I see Moses Mabida. I see Mpumalanga. Can I check if the Limpopo, Gauteng? Let me check if there is anybody, comrades, who is against the acceptance of the credentials. And I'm sure the mover and seconder is noted. Thank you very much, comrades. So the credentials are adopted, and this special Congress do correct. Comrades, the mover has an issue. Comrade Madot. Thank you very much. Western Cape has moved, is it so? Go to the mic and confirm, so that is not me who said Western Cape have moved, and yet tomorrow you come and say no. So that we're clear. Western Cape.
Yeah, thank you very much, Tlalo. Masono Abesoko from the Western Cape. I move for the adoption of the credential of this 4th Special National Congress.
Thank you very much, Western Cape. Moses Kotane.
Chair, the SACP Moses Kotane seconds the move. Madoda Sambata, Northwest, Moses Kotane.
Thank you very much, comrades. Without any sign that there's any province against this decision, we declare this Congress duly correcting. Thank you very much. There are a number of changes to the program, comrades, that Comrade Solima Paila, the first Deputy Secretary, will present for this 4th Special National Congress has to deal with. Thank you very much. Comrade Soli.
Manda. Thank you very much, Comrade Chair. The first thing to say is that I hope that the chairperson of the ANC can observe and take a lesson to our mother movement about the concept of credentials adoption. We will tell him the secret is that the process towards adoption of credentials is done properly on time. The last Central Committee effectively adopted credentials. Here, it's a question of recording those who are present. The ANC can learn a lot from this because credentials have caused massive crisis and damage on our movement. Now, Comrade Chair and Congress at large, I'm here to present a presentation of the Central Committee regarding the program of Congress. You would have noticed that we are already on day 1 of our Congress. That section on day 1, there are no major changes. On day 2, in the morning, we'll have a presentation of the political report by the General Secretary, Comrade Blade Nzimande. and thereafter, or soon thereafter, this is the change from the Central Committee, we'll then have a presentation of the organizational report. And soon thereafter, we'll then have a presentation of the finance report. So all what we characterize as Congress reports will be presented at once. Then on these presentations, the presentation on the political report will be an open session presentation, meaning that the media will be allowed to be present. You can also tweet the message of Congress. The organizational report, which in your program document indicates that it is a closed session, will also be open session. The organizational report. The finance report will then be a closed session. At that time, we'll ask our colleagues and friends in the media to excuse us. And then item 22 of the Congress agenda, presentation on the SACP in state and popular power. This item is fully and now integrated into both the organizational report and the political report. But it's important to say, in your documents, you do have the Central Committee report covering the major aspect of this item, the reconfiguration of the alliance. It's in your report. Read it overnight. And thereafter, all of those, after that, will then receive fraternal messages from the Young Communist League, from COSATU, from the ANC, and so forth. And thereafter, we'll then have full discussion, depending what time we finish tomorrow. Possibly we could start with commissions from tomorrow, in which case it's not possible. The following day, the whole day will be designated to commissions. At an appropriate time, Comrade Chris Matlaku, the second Deputy General Secretary, will give an outline on the commissions and where the commissions will be taking place. But that whole day will be for commissions discussions. And thereafter, we will then have book launch, poetry evening, and cultural evening. And thereafter, dinner and music. So it's important that you are all here, all intellectuals of the Communist Party must be here for the book launch and poetry evening. And then that evening, the entire commission teams, support staff, scribes, and we've brought the most available or the best available intellectual capacity in our movement to assist us in refining our resolution from commissions. These are people that are quite learned in this framework. Comrade Jeff, we also have Debo Padu here. I see he's seated with the Gauteng team. He's a member of the PC of Gauteng. He has been a central part in the drafting of our manifestos. He's in our drafting team, amongst others, and several others who are here. So those comrades will work overnight to consolidate commission reports. And in the morning of Thursday, the comrade will then present consolidated commission reports, which will then be discussed by the plenary session for adoption and thereafter, the Congress will adopt the declaration, and the General Secretary will adjourn the Congress officially, and officials of the Communist Party will then convene a press briefing about the outcomes of the Congress. Of course, this evening, before we adjourn, we'll have messages from our fraternal organizations internationally. We'll give a few briefs before we adjourn tonight. These are the changes that were requested by the Central Committee for presentation to Special National Congress. Thank you very much. Mandla.
Thanks, Comrade First Deputy Secretary, Comrade Soli Mapaila. Comrades, you have received the proposed changes to the program, so discussed and endorsed by the CC. What Comrade Soli was presenting is a proposal from the CC as it sits here. But it is not a CC, Central Committee, is not us who can decide, comrades, how we go forward on the matter. This is your Central Committee, Makaba. And I will expect provincial leadership or delegates to tell us whether you concur with the Central Committee proposal. I can see Limpopo, Western Cape, and I can see Free State down there, Moses Mabhida, Gauteng, Northern Cape, but I would like you to say what you want to say, not me to decide to say because your flags are up, therefore. I presume that you agree, and tomorrow you say no. We disagree. I would like to get a proposal. Gauteng. Yes, Gauteng, is it not working? Can somebody assist him? Seems the mic is not functioning that side. Is there a roving mic? Not a mic, the delegate,
My name
but
is
the
Hope
mic.
Papo.
Thank you,
I'm coming
comrade.
from the province of Gauteng. We want to move for the adoption of the Congress, Special National Congress program with the proposed amendments by the Central Committee.
Thank you very much.
Chairperson, thank you very much. My name is Mark Shingange from Limpopo. We want to second the presentation by the Central Committee to amend the Congress program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, comrades. Is any province or any delegate with contrary views, noted comrade down there?
Thanks, Chair. This is Western Cape. As the Western Cape Chair, we hold a different view that the program should go as it is here on this program, particularly on the issues of the reports, the political report, the organizational report, and the financial report, on the basis that our view is that when you report, it is a way of accounting to this Congress. Therefore, those reports should be interrogated by the Congress. If we do less than that, it will be more like an information sharing session rather than a Congress
Sorry, comrade,
session.
I will be doing an injustice if I allow you to motivate without checking if there is a seconder to your contrary view. Because the reason behind the suggested move is that, comrades, the days of this special National Congress have been reduced due to a number of factors, including financial constraints. Therefore, you need more time for delegates to have a discussion, not debating the issue, comrades. Can we get a seconder to the Western Cape? If there's no seconder to the Western Cape, therefore, comrade, your position falls off. We all agree, therefore, that the amendments to the program as proposed by the Central Committee are so agreed. Thank you very much. Thanks, comrades. With that done, we have got fraternal organizations, comrades, who are to present to address this this special national congress. And therefore, comrades, we will invite the Communist Party of China to come and give its, they're in. All right, comrades, I'm advised that, comrades, before we adopt Congress rules so that we can check each other and make sure that we abide by those, we will request them to be presented to this 4th Special National Congress so that all of us agree, and Comrade Chris will do that. I'm sorry for... Thanks, Comrade. Go ahead.
No, thank you very much, Slalo. Comrades. Comrades, let me draw your attention to program roles and songs. This booklet, on page 5, it carries the SACP Congress rules and procedures. And these rules and procedures are standard for the party horizontally and vertically. And in our understanding that the majority of delegates gathered here today, in terms of the constitution of the party, would have been in 1 or 2 congresses of the party at a district, province, and national, and would be affair with both the letter and the spirit of the rules. And therefore, Chair, through you, we are presenting the rules as they are carried in this booklet of ours. And we're not going to go through all of them. Comrades are familiar with them. Comrades have immersed themselves in these processes over a period of time. And through you, Comrade Chair, the rules and procedures of Congress for the 4th Special National Congress of the South African Communist Party held between the 9th and 12th of December 2019 are presented for consideration to the plenary session. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Comrade Chris Matlago. Can I get a mover? Comrade Moses Mabida and Mpumalanga. But you have to say it yourself. What your position is as a province. I'm not going to say it for you. Then tomorrow you dispute that you have moved. Thanks.
No, thank you, Comrade Chairperson. As Moses Mapita province, understanding these rules as standard in the party, we stand to adopt them as proposed.
Moses Mapita moves. Yes, Mpumalanga?
Mpumalanga, Mhlakanipho Zuma, we second Moses Mapita. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any different view, comrades, from any of the provinces? None. Thank you very much, comrades. So the rules of Congress. Comrades, will invite the comrades from Cuba to come and address this 4th Special National Congress. Cuba. Interpret for us.
night to everyone. Maybe I am so smaller so I cannot speak here. I speak from here. Dear Congress, first of all, on behalf of our people and government, I thank the leadership and members of SACP for inviting Cuba to be present in this important event and share with you some reflection. Many wonder how the Cuban Revolution has resisted 60 years of hostility and blockade from the United States imperialism. That question probably has many answers, but I would like to emphasize one key element: unity. One of the Fidel's obsessions was unity. He understood, as few, that unity is not achieved only with preach, but with acts, and therefore we must be willing to do everything. To confront such powerful foes as United States imperialists and local oligarchies, the main task of a revolutionary of these times, Fidel warned again and again, is the unity of the revolutionary force. I would say that the construction of unity and social cohesion is the most important task facing all true revolutions. Commander-in-Chief Fidel Castro always emphasized the importance of unity. He was capable of uniting the Cubans in order to be able to resist, fight, and win. Despite the difficulties created by the imperialists, we are committing Cuba to build a fair and equitable society. Our aspiration is to demonstrate that even when very limited resources, it is possible to create a society by the people based on human solidarity and social justice. And under the guidance from our president and our Communist Party, following the ideas and teachings of Martí, Fidel, Che, Mandela, and with the support of our international friends like you, Cuba will win all the struggles. That is why I can assure today that United States government's dreams of regime change in Cuba will fall. And it was the case with the previous 11 United States administrations that tried to defeat the Cuban Revolution. Dear comrades, Cuba's collaboration with the peoples of Africa has remained for more than 50 years as a foreign policy priority of the Cuban Revolution. As your beautiful slogan says, an injury to one is an injury to all. Deeply revolutionary solidarity across the world is an urgent imperative. The struggle for social justice has no borders. Solidarity with other peoples of the world must be an essential quality of every revolutionary. Cubans will always have on our hearts the many examples of friendship, solidarity, and support that we have received from you. Our political diplomatic relations continue to consolidate. There have been innumerable high-level visits on both directions, and cooperation actions are carried out satisfactorily. South Africa has permanently supported Cuba on many sensitive issues in the international arena. Particularly decisive has been the united support for our battle against the economic, commercial, and financial blockade. This important support becomes more important at the present times when the United States government has intensified directly hostility against Cuba and intimidation action in first countries. It is effort to subdue our people, a purpose it will never achieve. And in these new battles, we are sure that South Africa will be by our side. The Cuban people know that we can count with you, solidarity, and these difficult times. So you can always count with Cuba too. Long live the friendship between Cuba and South Africa.
Long live.
Long live Fidel.
Long live.
Thank you.
We will invite the delegate or the speaker from Venezuela, followed by the speaker from Palestine. Amandla. Comrades will be addressed by the ambassador of Venezuela, Comrade Merino, who is the ambassador in South Africa. And we know very well their struggle.
Amandla! Thank you very much, comrade. Good evening, all of you. Comrade Blaine Simande, Comrade Soli, Comrade Chris, and all the Central Committee of SACP, and YCL, Comrade from COSATU, ANC, SANCO, our colleagues from Cuba, Palestine, China, and Sahrawi, and all the international delegation and all the protocol observers. Good evening, everyone. Congratulations for this important special National Congress, comrades. We encourage you to keep the good work empowering the working class and the revolutionary people. On behalf of the government of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela and the people of Venezuela, we congratulate you and convey a message of solidarity and revolutionary greetings today. Thank you for the invitation. Comrade, yesterday, 8th of December, was the 7th anniversary of the Commander Chavez's last speech on National Radio and Television Network, through which he said goodbye and oriented us of the way forward. And we commemorate that day in Venezuela as the day of love and loyalty to Commander Chavez and the homeland. And what better occasion than to celebrate it here today with you, comrades. Viva Chavez! Viva! How can you not love and swear loyalty to the men who return our dignity, that return hope to most Venezuelans who were forgotten by the elite who ran the country? How not to love and be loyal to he who fought tirelessly until the day of his departure to guarantee food, education, health, housing, and much more for everyone equally, especially those who were poor, that humbled the children, the elderly, our indigenous people, while worrying about increasing the bonds of brotherhood, solidarity, and cooperation with the sister countries of Latin America and the Caribbean, Africa, and Palestine. How can we not love and be loyal to the who gave us the opportunity to see the unity of Latin America, together with Fidel? Today, Cuba and Venezuela continue to fight against the same empire, the government of US, that is obsessed with us, because we have shown that we are worthy people and that we will never bow before them. This has led them to tie the criminal blockade that has been imposed on the brother country of Cuba for almost 60 years, as they have also done with Venezuela over the last 5 years. For more than 5 years, an economic and financial destruction plan has been implemented, and through the illegal promulgation and implementation of unilateral coercive measures, which seek not only to suffocate Venezuela economically, financially, and commercially, but to cause maximum social suffering, erode the capabilities of our nation to sustain itself, and in the end, provoke an implosion that allows a forced military intervention. It is a gigantic, inhuman, and unconventional war experiment that is accompanied by looting of the assets of the Venezuelan people. And the reason why we cannot miss this occasion for this Congress to demand the lifting of all unilateral coercive measures against our country, the return of stolen money to Venezuela, more than $30 billion. The cessation of the commercial blockade and financial to our people. The cessation of sabotage of our infrastructure with clandestine operation. The cessation of the threat of military intervention and the cessation of the threat against Venezuela who want dialogue and to resolve their difference in peaceful way. Venezuela demands that the action of economic and financial terrorism cease. Assist of the unconventional war with lethal consequences against the people of the Republic of Cuba and also against the people of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela. Only non-civilized, quasi-primitive ruling elites, such as the government of the US, can use economic suffocation as a weapon of mass destruction to impose their political preference on sovereign countries, but inflicting generalized suffering to their peoples. It is from every point of view a criminal practice. In fact, it's a crime against the humanity and collective punishment that emanate from the whims and arrogance of those who believe they are superiors and honors of the world. The Bolivarian Revolution was accused early of being a dictatorship. Commander Chavez was accused of being a dictator. Today also President Nicolás Maduro is accused of the same. We are accused of everything, to justify anything, to justify coups, military intervention, assassination attempts. Everything has been tried and failed. And international media have taken charge of making the world believe that this is true. Unfortunately, there are people in the world that believe it and are afraid of us. There are people and rulers who have unfortunately given way cowardly to the blackmail of those who want to prevent us to build an alternative and revolutionary process. The Bolivarian Revolution emerged 20 years ago to progressively demonstrate that another world is possible, that you can create society that guarantees public education, free and quality, free public health and quality, decent housing, guaranteed work, job stability, labor rights, the right of pensioners to a worthy retirement, social right, political right, freedom and cultural right. In short, an alternative right that demonstrates, as it has been shown humbly by our country, that in time of bonanza and in time of economic blockade, the wealth and income can be distributed together with the guarantee of social rights, equality, and the distribution of wealth among all and for all. Yes, it is possible, and we have proved it. Despite so much work, manipulation, we stand, thanks to the vote of the people, thanks to legitimate gains, thanks to indestructible popular forces, the force of the revolutionary conscious people, and thanks to the international allies around the world, such as South Africa, as the Communist Party, and the alliance in South Africa. Comrades, we need to hear in denouncing all these atrocities, the blockade, the imperialism, the unilateral coercive measure. We hope to keep working close. We want to thank, on behalf of our people and our government, to permanent and unwavering solidarity of the SACP and the people of South Africa in the defense of respect of sovereignty, political independence, and inalienable right of the Venezuelan people to their self-determination. Amandla! Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Comrades, will call now upon Comrade Charge Afbasam El Toussin to so charge the affairs, sorry, of the embassy of Palestine. His name is Ethusin. I made a mistake, sorry, pardon me. The name is Comrade Ethusin, charge the affairs of the embassy of Palestine.
Thank you, Comrade. Viva South Africa, viva! Viva! Viva Palestine, viva! Viva! Viva ANC, viva! Viva! Viva Communist Party, viva! Viva! Viva COSATU, viva! Viva! Viva Sanko, viva! Viva! Comrade Blade Nizamandi, General Secretary of SACP, members of leadership of ANC, SACP, COSATU, and Sanko. Comrade David Makora, ambassadors, diplomatic corps, comrades and friends, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I would like to thank SACP for inviting me in the 4th Special National Congress. It's great honor to me to be here today. This invitation indeed deliver your strong message of support for our just cause. We appreciate the highest regards of SACP comradely position on support of solidarity in favor of our people in our just cause. On behalf of the Palestinian people and leadership, allow me further to express our sincere appreciation and gratitude to South African people, government, progressive forces and unions for their unwavering support and solidarity with our people and their legitimate struggle in accordance of principle of international law and the relevant resolution of United Nations on Palestinian issue. South African solid position of support play significant role in enhancing chance of achieving just, comprehensive and lasting peace that will see the end of Israeli occupation and the establishment of independent and fully sovereign Palestinian state with East Jerusalem its capital. It's a great pleasure for me today to congratulate you in occasion of reclaiming of the city of Johannesburg by the ANC. And it's a time to resume the relation between the city of Johannesburg and the city of Ramallah. Comrades and friends, the issue of Palestinian prisoners, including those hunger strike is a humanitarian one. In accordance to our discussion with the leadership of Communist Party during our meetings, we urge Communist Party to launch a solidarity initiative with the Palestinian prisoner to help put pressure on Israel to release all Palestinian prisoners and ensure that they have all rights of prisoners in enhancement of international law. Comrades and friends, we also urge international community to officially adopt BDS initiative, impose military embargo on Israel, and to put pressure on Israel to stop settlement construction and implement the UN Security Council Resolution number 2334, and to end the blockade on Gaza Strip. And the international community must exercise its moral responsibility to ensure that the Trump administration cancel all its illegal decisions concerning Palestine. Comrades, allow me on this occasion to wish you very success in serving the goal of the Communist Party and the people of Republic of South Africa. I wish you all successful Congress. Amandla.
Thank you. Thank you.
Forward to the struggle of Palestine forward. Comrades will now call Comrade Sabir Ibrahim of SPLMN of Sudan.
Amalda. Viva SABC, viva. Thank you so much, comrade, for invitation. And really, it's my honor to be here. And I have been attending the Congress for the last 15 years here in South Africa. So I'm a true comrade here. I'm almost know everybody here in the Congress. Comrade, time has come, I think so, for the party to help us. We in Sudan, we managed to get rid of Bashir. 30 years of dictatorship. Freedom at last. Now we are in hard work. What kind of work that we need? What we need to be done? Peace, justice, and stability. But unfortunately, Bashir as an individual is gone, but the system is in place. The political Islam is still in place. The security is still in place. That's why I'm here. We need your support and solidarity. And thank you so much for standing very firm and very bold with our struggle in Sudan to free Sudan. Our commander is supposed to show up today here, but unfortunately he couldn't make it. And he delegated me so as to deliver his speech to the Congress. Dear comrades, delegates, SACP leaderships, Comrade Billet, Soli, Chris, Alex, and the whole crew. Thank you for the invitations. We convey profound greetings of solidarity on occasion of SACP 4th Special National Congress. The SACP has been at the front struggle for liberations and justice in South Africa, convinced that a future of socialism is the answer to end exploitations, just injustice, inequality, not only in South Africa, in fact, in the whole Africa and the whole world. Knowing the truth of enemy, of mankind, makes clear for us to understand against them and lie the foundation for us to imagine the world we fought for. Our peoples and the revolutions movements of our nations have joined effort and sacrifice in the struggle for a better world. Convinced that only unity and with the spirit of solidarity we will be able to overcome the most difficult challenge. We look forward to strengthening our relationship with SACP in coming period. We will, together with other progressive movements, ensure that there is an improvement in the standard of living of our people, working class, towards ridding all the world of exploitations. We need a revolution of values. We need a revolution of solidarity. We need a revolution of selfless. Long live the SABC, SACP. A luta continuo, yours in struggle, Comrade Abdulaziz Al-Hilu, the Commander-in-Chief, and the chairperson of the Sudan People Liberation Movement. Thank you.
Thanks, Comrade Sabir Ibrahim. Comrades, will now receive a solidarity message from the Communist Party of Swaziland by Comrade K. Nigunene. We have received a number of other messages which we received electronically, and that will be made available. Thank you very much.
Mandla. Viva SACP, viva. Viva socialism, viva. Thank you, Comrade Chairperson. Our greetings to the General Secretary and the entire Central Committee of the SACP, to members and leaders of the Alliance, COSATU and ANC present here. And also our greetings to your international and other guests who are present to this 4th Special Congress, and also to the delegates of this important activity. Our solidarity with the SACP has been unwavering, and our support to this activity is affirmed here because literally your fortunes of struggle and progress translate directly to ours also. And equivalently, any setbacks could be faced with deeper hardship to our struggles too. We also recognize your effort in putting South Africa to the path of socialism, because without the important role of the people of South Africa, whose majority are the working class, all the difficulties or problems observed today can never be resolved. So it is the SACP that puts the path of socialism in the front, not for its own interests, but for the interests of the majority and ultimately defining the future of the Republic. We have been seeing growing or permanent support to the regime in Swaziland and its reliance sometimes on the South African economy, which it seeks to translate it as its own privilege. We have hope that things one day will change around. South Africa will deny the regime in Swaziland all such fortunes. We will continue to lobby, even beyond South Africa and including in the region, for the isolation of the regime. Our call is, it should not be as business usual that the dictatorship in Swaziland is given and honored with respect, with very little or sometimes no open criticism, even when there would be gross human rights violations. The fight against corruption that the South African Communist Party has been leading is an important example for us. And we are learning on how such struggles are being waged. Importantly, because Swaziland is a fortress of corruption. It is a way of life. It is how the dictatorship or the regime in Swaziland is being run. Those who are dealing with comments in South Africa, which is also a trading partner with Swaziland, may confirm that you may not even trust any figure that has been pronounced by regime to define its fiscals. because everything could be illusion, because the aim and purpose is to lead for the tiny family. Exiles, so as the exiles are mostly active in South Africa, and we appreciate that they are actively involved in activities with the SACP in most instances. Such an effort that we also make as contribution to the struggles in South Africa may be minor, but for us it is the only input that we can make to help and support the SACP in its activities at grassroots level and elsewhere where we can participate and volunteer our abilities. That we think we are doing it not for the interest of rewards, but as a fulfillment of our obligations, because each struggle matters most to the other struggles, whether it is at lower level, but every effort must be recognized. We also value the support that the SACP gives to us as the CPS, in particular in running most of our activities around the Republic. We are looking forward that this can be furthered. We need to engage strongly and discuss thoroughly on other issues of strategy and tactics of how to advance the struggle in Swaziland, in particular because South Africa now and in the future will remain an important part or element to the society of Swaziland. You have also might have recognized that the life of the regime depends from outside. Quickly, its support base in the country is being eroded, but he's all out to bribe the international community, spending billions, whether they may come in form of buying fresh cars, but in essence, we are aware that it is a way and method of buying agents which might help him to lobby the international community, which he has seen to be weaker than the now rebelling masses in Swaziland. It is also important that he defines, or his future is being defined by the international community, which up to now, they are aware that they are only working on a 2-year plan. It cannot exceed 2 years. They always say, you can still keep this power for the next 2 years, so continue and move on. But I don't know how much the Swazi people could reflect to such continuity. Our call is to get it to an end. We are making an effort to say democracy in Swaziland must come now. And we depend on you, comrades, in most of our work. We depend on you and on your attitude towards the struggling people and against the dictatorship. We wish the SACP a successful special Congress. Aluta, continue. Viva solidarity. Viva. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, comrades. We have received messages from our fraternal organizations, but there's a common feature in all of them. That unity of the Communist Party is very important to lead the struggle for the emancipation of our people broadly. The people of Swaziland looks upon us and other comrades. So the party has to make sure that when we live here in Opala, we live here more united than before. With those few words, comrades, I would like to thank you for the way you have made my chairing to be easier. And because of that, comrades, I will reward you with an early adjournment. But expect you that, comrades, tomorrow at 9:15, all of us should be here, not arriving, so that we continue with our business. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Comrades, sorry, Makaban. I am advised that it is better if we will have our dinner here, as it seems that the preparations has not been done for us to have dinner anywhere else. But I can see a flag. I don't know whether Mpumalanga is objecting to this early adjournment.
Those that sleep in another hotel, they eat their breakfast.
Comrades, those who sleep in other hotels will have their breakfast in those hotels as long as you are here by 1:15. Thank you very much.
Court.